Hey everybody, welcome to episode 126 of the Rise or Die podcast. Stop clocking in and out. So I had the funniest sales call today that I have ever had in my life. I was cracking up for probably the next hour after I got off this call. Now this was a little different than normal. It was flipped around. I was the prospect and I wanted someone to sell me. It was a CRM that I was looking at for our sales team here at 21 LEAP and Invictous. Now, what a CRM is, if you don't know, not important right now. What you do need to know is that it's a sales tool, and I am very well versed in this area. Now, I've already done my research. I already know who a lot of the big players are. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I wanted to get on a quick demo, have a couple of quick questions, and then let them sell me. Now, here's the funny part. I was talking to the most expensive CRM out there. I don't know of any more expensive tool for sales teams. Yet, emotionally, I was already sold on the product. I just wanted a few questions answered so I could logically justify why I was buying it. And this goes back to really Sales 101. People buy emotionally and justify logically. Today, I was the perfect example of that. And it was really interesting because I got on the phone 10 minutes late. This guy got on the phone 10 minutes late, no email, no warning, no nothing. And then he started it off with a bunch of stuttering, which is funny because I just stuttered. But he started it off with some stuttering. And yeah, really sorry, and I'm imitating him, but I was late for our call. But what do you want to know? Like that's how this started. So I basically said, hey, here's the deal. I already know you guys. I know what you do and who you are. I just have a couple of questions. Can you compare yourselves to this competitor and this competitor? So we started going through everything, and he ended up selling me on the competition. See, this guy didn't give a shit about his job whatsoever. He was clocking in and clocking out. He started going through, contradicting himself on each answer. He didn't even know the differences between the largest competitor in the industry and his own company. It was a very poor representation of what his company does. If I was a CEO, I would be livid. He would be gone the next day. It was because he didn't care. He's probably commissioned. He probably gets paid a decent salary plus commission, and yet he doesn't care. He's okay with clocking in, clocking out. He's okay with being average. And yet, most people act the same way. This was the funniest call in the world. I literally said, dude, I'm dangling a carrot in front of your face. I want you to sell me. I want you to shoot it straight. And his response was, well, maybe you should go to competitor ABC. No need to name names. I was cracking up. My team sitting around me was cracking up. This guy didn't care. He wanted to clock in and clock out. And yet most people that do this, they then go home and bitch about their sorry-ass salary. They go home and bitch about their poor marriage or their poor health. We don't want to do the work that's required to actually get what we want. We just expect it. We want it to be given to us. We feel entitled to results without doing the work. One of the reasons that I'm so successful in sales is because I ultimately care about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and the value that I can bring somebody else. So whether it was when I was working for someone else or working for myself, I come in it with the utmost energy, the utmost professionalism. I want to serve that person. I want to bring value. The problem is most people want to clock in and clock out. That's why the average salary is like $52,000 or something like that, even with a college degree. It's because people don't want to do the work. They want to play on Facebook. In fact, I saw a recent statistic. I'm going to butcher the exact number, but the average person is on Facebook for like 6 hours a day, or do on social media in general. Could be YouTube, whatever. They're on social media for like 6 hours a day during the workday, and yet they have they have the guts to complain about what they do and don't have. It makes 0 sense. Don't clock in and clock out. Don't just put in effort. In fact, I talk to my team about this all the time. We don't go based on effort, we go based on results. If you can figure out how to do your job well, exceptionally well in 2 hours a day, good for you. That is wonderful. The problem is most people can't. In fact, Almost no one can unless you're Tim Ferriss of the 4-Hour Work Week. I have no affiliation with him, but you should probably go read the book if you don't know what I'm talking about. Stop clocking in and clocking out and then expecting different results. Stop putting in the bare minimum effort, the bare minimum energy, forgetting about results and wanting something that others have when they were willing to do the work and you weren't. So, crossbody being balance in business, we all have a specific area that we're lacking in, where we're kind of just checking in and checking out, clocking in, clocking out, whatever you want to call it. Where crossbody being balance in business is that for you? Are you overweight but you're not willing to put the spoon down? That's a legitimate problem that I used to face, especially, and well, let's be honest. In business, are you going to work, spending all your time on social media but wanting to get paid more? Are you you're not really investing in a relationship with either God or even your wife, and yet you're pissed off that you have a horrible marriage and no connection with God? We all have an area that's hitting home for us. Crossbody being balanced in business, where's yours? Now that's it for episode 126, Stop Clocking In and Out. Now with that being said, do me a huge solid favor, subscribe on YouTube and give us a quick review on iTunes. Based on the value that I'm trying to bring to you, help me help others and get this attitude, the Rise or Die attitude, the Rise or Die movement, spread to as many people as possible. Talk to you soon.